Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is December 8th, 2024, and Barcelona have made the first contacts with Lamine Yamal's agent, Jorge Mendes, to begin talking about the contract renewal of the Barcelona star. Also, Eddie Garcia could be leaving as soon as this winter transfer market. And finally, Oscar Mingueza. Barcelona could be cashing in on him. I'm going to tell you exactly how. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and I'm officially back in my YouTube studio at home. So that means back to your regularly scheduled videos, which also means tomorrow, Monday, December 9th, there will be a podcast at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I can't wait to see all of you there so I can read your comments, interact with you, and of course, share Barcelona news. Having said all that, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and let's begin with the news because, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, Lamine Yamal scored his or assisted or provided his 9th assist against Real Betis, which makes him the highest assist provider in all of La Liga. And now with that 9th assist, Lamine Yamal actually has as many assists as the Galactico Trio, as Real Madrid's Galactic Trio, Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., and Jude Bellingham. So yes, a 17-year-old kid has as many assists as Real Madrid's Galactic Trio, who supposedly were going to win Real Madrid La Liga on the first week of the Spanish League. We didn't even have to go all the way to the end. By the first week, Real Madrid were going to be champions thanks to their Galactic Trio, which, again, Lamine Yamal just has as many assists as all three of them combined. Now, another interesting statistic, by the way, despite Barcelona's terrible performance these past 5 matches, they are still the highest scoring team in all of the Spanish league with 50 goals in 17 matches. Pretty amazing number, which hopefully Barcelona can maintain because, again, the performance of the team has been very poor. Now, speaking of Lamine Yamal, let's talk about the 17-year-old Phenom's contract renewal because, as you know, Lamine Yamal's contract is set to expire in 2026. He was only able to renew until then because under the rules, when you're under 19, you can only sign contracts that are 3 years long, maximum, I guess I should say, maximum 3 years long. As such, Lamine Yamal only renewed until 2026. And of course, Barcelona want to extend the contract of Lamine Yamal because why wouldn't you if you didn't want to? That means something seriously wrong with you. But as such, Barcelona have already had their initial conversations with Jorge Mendes, who is Lamine Yamal's agent, where the two have sat down to discuss the contract renewal of Lamine, which, of course, there is not going to be any problems. Why? Barcelona want to keep Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal wants to stay at Barcelona, so both parties want to continue the relationship. So there's not going to be any problems on that front. But, of course, the question is going to be about the numbers. How long is the contract going to be? How much money is Barcelona going to pay Lamine Yamal? All that is yet to be decided, but the initial conversations have taken place. And of course, Jorge Mendes, he's not stupid. There's a reason why he is the biggest sports agent in all the world of football. And he has already proposed something very interesting, which is that Barcelona have two options. A, they renew Lamine Yamal on a short contract, like 2-3 years, and they go like that every 2-3 years. Or if Barcelona want to secure Lamine Yamal for a long period of time, let's say, I don't know, 10-year contract, 6-year contract, 8-year contract, whatever it might be, that they could do that. But Jorge Mendes wants to insert a clause in the contract that would force both parties to revisit the terms of the contract every certain period of time and based on the performance of the player. So let's say Barcelona extend the contract of Lamine Yamal for 10 years. This clause would say every 2 years, both parties would sit down. They would revisit the terms of the contract. And based on the performance, let's say Lamine Yamal scored a certain amount of goals, provided certain amount of assists, won certain trophies, then Barcelona would have to increase his salary. Something like that, where the terms would have to be renegotiated every certain period of time, depending on the performance of the player. That way, Jorge Mendes ensures that Lamine Yamal keeps getting paid what he's due based on his performance. Because let's say Barcelona renew him now for 10 years based on his current performance, and they give him a salary that's consistent through the 10 years, and in 2-3 years, he's 10 times better, right? He's still going to be earning less than what he's worth. So Jorge Mendes kind of wanted to insert that clause in there that would revisit the contract every certain period of time. Now, of course, there's no agreement yet. The only thing that they've agreed to is that both parties want to continue the relationship together. We'll see what the numbers will be or what both parties will end up agreeing to. Anyway, speaking of contracts, let's talk about one contract that's not going to be getting renewed or it's not going to be lasting because, ladies and gentlemen, Eric Garcia could be leaving as soon as this winter transfer market. Now, as reported in a previous video, Hansi Flick has sat down and spoken to Eric Garcia and let him know, hey, if you want to stay, that's fine. You're welcome to stay. However, you're not going to be getting much playing time because there's plenty of players ahead of you, whether it be in the center back position with Garcia, Iñigo, Christian Araujo, or even in the defensive midfield position, you know, with Casado, Pedri, Frankie, Bernal when he's back, etc. But Hansi Flick has let Eric Garcia know, hey, if you want to stay, that's cool, but you're not going to be getting much playing time. If you want more playing time, well, you're going to have to go somewhere else. So therefore, Flick opening the door for Eric Garcia to leave. It's reported that the player would prefer to stay. However, nonetheless, I'm sure that if push comes to shove, he will end up deciding to leave because every player wants to play, especially someone at the age of Eric Garcia, who I think is only 21 or 22. But given this news, it's reported that there are two teams who are very interested in the services of Eric Garcia. Number one being Real Sociedad from La Liga, and number two, Dortmund in the Bundesliga. Both teams interested in Eric Garcia and could be making offers as soon as this winter transfer market. And Barcelona are reportedly open to study or evaluating any offer they receive for around 10 to 15 million euros, which I think it's a pretty good asking price for someone like Eric Garcia. Of course, I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Do you think 10 to 15 million is fair price for Eric? Let me know down below. Now, speaking of defenders, we will end this video with the news that Barcelona could be cashing in on Oscar Mingueza because the Barcelona La Masia graduate who's currently playing for Celta Vigo is absolutely killing it with Celta Vigo. He has therefore attracted the attention of other clubs, including Leipzig, who are reportedly willing to pay 20 million euros for him as soon as this winter transfer market. And you might say, Mo, why do we care that Leipzig want to sign Oscar Mingueza, who plays for Celta Vigo? Well, we care because Barcelona own 50% of the rights of the player. So if Leipzig do pay those 20 million euros for Oscar Mingueza during this winter transfer market, it means that Barcelona could end up making 10 million euros off this operation, which will be a pretty nice chunk of change. And who knows, if they can offer Eric Garcia for 10 to 15, it's a good 20 to 25 million euros in the winter transfer market. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I did go live a few moments ago, so make sure to check it out. Again, I'm back home, officially back. So it's back to the regular scheduled with daily videos, podcasts on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and post-match live analysis when Barcelona matches end. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, peace.